Hey guys, what's going on? ZeroArmada here. Kind of quick update on what's going on Blacklight. We had that patch a week ago, give or take. Basically, it was a lot of balancing, a lot of bug fixes, stuff like that. This week, there was maintenance, no patch, but they added some new missions to Blacklight, and ultimately re-released the Easter egg weapon tags. So those are available. There's a couple new missions out that you finish those missions and you get the mission chance pack, which has an assortment of items including the Easter egg tags. Some of the missions include collecting tokens in Onslaught, healing people, getting kills, bunny hopping around the map with a grenade, reviving people, stuff like that. Some of them reset after a day, some of them reset after an hour, so there's a lot you can do with that. A lot of items you can get. You can pretty much get every weapon out of this chance pack, the Onslaught chance, not the Onslaught chance pack, but the mission system chance pack. There's a possibility of getting the Onslaught bronze pack, taunt chance pack, loadout slot. There's just a lot of stuff that's available in this pack. So I'll link you to that list, and of course details about how this little mission event kind of a thing works. Also, the Onslaught packs, the bronze, the gold, the silver packs, those are going away soon. Get yours before Tuesday. They are going to be removed from the marketplace on Tuesday. Also, on April Fool's Day, there's going to be some sort of a little marketplace update apparently for a limited time release. I'm guessing that probably has to do with the troll face taunt. That's what it was last year. Maybe that's an idea, or maybe it might be something completely new. But just get ready and get online on April 1st. They're going to be having some kind of a release that day for some pretty cool stuff. So ultimately, we're playing on Vortex, TDM, using the BFR. I think kind of for the BFR, the way to go is just go no spread on it. Build it for no spread. Every shot fires 3 bullets. Less spread basically means that the distance between, or the spread between those individual bullets is going to be less and tighter. So I think the mentality is either you want every shot to hit with the BFR, or you want to deal a lot of damage with just one bullet. So ultimately, I think the best way to go is just to build for no spread. Get every shot in. You can really wreak havoc with it. Low spread means that you can really have some reliable aim, reliable hip fire accuracy as well. So you can kind of do some cool stuff with it. But ultimately, for this commentary, what I want to talk about really in depth is the issue with Onslaught farming. If you haven't really been in tune with what's going on with the community, Onslaught patch was released. People found some exploits and stuff to manipulate Onslaught in a way where they can get EXP and GP in an accelerated rate that's really impossible to get through other means or by game design, conventional game design. So people are getting obscene amounts of GP, tens of thousands of GP. Some people got like 200,000, 300,000 GP. Probably a lot more than that. There's just nothing really public about that yet. And there's been some discussion regarding, what kind of a punishment are these people are going to get, or if they're going to get punishment at all. Because here's kind of the issue I've always had with PWE, and I'm just going to say this up straight. PWE doesn't do a good job communicating with the community. They give you updates about the patches, maintenances, events, stuff like that, great. But that's it. I mean, if it's not a marketplace update or it's not some kind of a server issue, we rarely hear from them. And like an issue like this, which is really important because it's basically breaking the economy in the game, no contact whatsoever, nothing on the forums about it. People have been mum about it from the PWE side. We haven't heard anything about, okay, what kind of a punishment people might be getting. I mean, it almost seems like it's been a week or two since the patch fixed the exploits on the Onslaught game mode, and we haven't heard a peep out of them. It kind of makes me feel like, okay, we're just going to let this pass. We're not going to really do anything about it. And maybe that's not their intention, but the lack of communication kind of says otherwise. I mean, I just kind of wish that there was some kind of an update regarding this issue, because the way I see it, you're breaking the rules. Simple as that. You're breaking the rules. It's cheating. You're basically manipulating an unintended game mechanic to get GP that's, like I said, unobtainable in game through normal means. And there's been some discussion, okay, like, what kind of punishment should these people deserve? First thing, I would love to give these guys bans. It might sound kind of mean saying that, but I mean, if they got that much GP, their account's pretty much, tied with a lot of items, a lot of stuff that they shouldn't have. Problem with banning them, though, is the community is so small in itself that if you ban the community, or if you ban a small portion of the community or a majority of the community, because we don't really know how many people did the farming, but if you ban, maybe a fourth, a half of the community, the game's dead. You basically eliminate a big part of your community. So, I mean, I can understand that, okay, they don't want to ban these people because they're going to lose a lot of money, a lot of customers, a lot of players. Fine. But a couple other things they can do. First off, negative GP. Someone farms 300k GP. Okay, take away 300k GP. If they don't have 300k GP, give them negative GP. They have 200k, give them negative 100k GP. Make them accountable for, what they did. Second thing they can do, just roll back their character. So before the Onslaught update, they've probably have different versions and different save states of, character information, databases, or whatnot. So they can basically go back to a version before Onslaught, flag the characters who have farmed, and then basically revert them to that state or that day before Onslaught was updated. And, they'll lose money, they'll lose their time into the game, their levels and stuff like that, but they won't get their account banned. And, just hold them accountable. I think that's ultimately it. You can't really hold people accountable if you don't punish them. And I think that's kind of sending the wrong message if you just let them pass through that. Because if something's going to happen again, ultimately with Blacklight, it's unfortunate, but we've had a lot of bugs, a lot of stuff that's kind of ruined the game, in terms of how playable it is at sometimes, like the clone bug, stuff like that. But it happens, but you need to make people accountable for it. There was a glitch before where people can basically duplicate data nodes to no extent. They can basically seamlessly farm as many data nodes as they can through GP. And I think the main person who did it got banned, or the one person who kind of spread the word about it. But I think a lot of other people, or a lot of other accounts, are still not banned yet. From at least from what I've been talking to people about who have access to those accounts, or who know people who have access to some type of accounts like that. But that's all fine and dandy. Kind of another thing that kind of upset me about this whole thing. On the forums, there was kind of a similar topic to what I'm talking about in this commentary regarding what type of punishment do people deserve who farmed. And someone kind of suggested that, okay, well, let's not punish the farmers. Instead, let's reward the people who didn't farm in the first place. And that's kind of counterintuitive to me. I mean, you're basically going to let the people who broke the rules get away with everything that they did and let them off with nothing. No punishment, nothing like that. And you're going to reward the people who were who were supposed to follow the rules from the get-go. I mean, that makes no sense to me. And I think that's kind of really counterintuitive from, holding people accountable for their actions. And that's kind of, I think that's kind of the one thing that really upset me about this whole thing. That particular post just really made me angry, because that's not really holding people accountable. And there's something like this is going to happen again. Some type of exploit, something like a bug, it's going to happen, and this whole thing's going to rear its ugly face again because of some other exploit. And then they're not going to do anything about it if this continues, and it's just going to really upset me. But that's pretty much it for this commentary. I just wanted to share my thoughts about that. I didn't farm. I played Onslaught, I think, the first few days when it was released, but I can probably say I never farmed. So that's pretty much it for this commentary. If you have any questions or comments, or if you just want to talk about this in more depth, leave them down below. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Appreciate it.